Hey guys, so I have been so busy filling you in on all of the details of my fall break trips that I've gotten way behind on my life here in Florence because several weeks has passed since fall break. It is now mid-November and a lot has happened, so I'm going to just kind of try and update you on some of it and probably make a second video for the rest because it's probably going to be like super long if I do it all in one video. So I got back from fall break and I literally slept for an entire day. I got home and I filled my roommates in on what had happened and everything, and then I crashed from about 3 p.m. until like 1 a.m. So I was dead. Since then, I've been kind of off and on sick ever since fall break. Gotten better for like temporary amounts of time, and then kind of felt like crap again because it's just getting really cold here, and we don't have a heater in our apartment. I think today we finally got it fixed, maybe. I don't know, we had someone come actually for the first time, so the government turns the heat on here. Like, you don't even get heat in Italy until like mid-November or early November or something like that. Anyway, it's been freezing in our house. I've been sleeping in scarves and sweatshirts and double layers of everything. So I'm really crossing my fingers that tonight it turns on and it is actually toasty in here and I can survive. Midterms update, I got all my grades back when I got back to my classes, and overall I did really well, but one class I just didn't like kill it, so I got mad. But basically I got a 94 in marketing, got 100 in international management, got an A+, whatever that is, I'm assuming it's 100, in econ, got a 96 on my Italian, and then I got an 87 on my HR management. So I know that's not a bad grade, but for me it's bad and I'm annoyed. I did fine on the 7 pages of essay content, but the true-false questions at the end tricked me up, so cool, thanks. But school's going well. I made like a list of little updates because I've been so behind, but it's been fine. I've just kind of had like that senioritis a little bit going on. Second half of the semester, just kind of stopped caring as much about classes, and like, I mean, I still go, obviously, and I'm still paying attention and doing my work and everything, but it's just like kind of losing interest in school altogether. Kind of excited about graduating for that purpose, but yeah, not excited to be a senior graduating soon. Most of my classes, as most business classes are, have a bunch of group projects, so that's what I've been working on. I've been meeting with groups, and I'm going to have to keep meeting with groups till the end of the semester because I have a ton of like one big giant huge project in like basically all of my classes, as well as like my finals. But that's basically all I had coming up. A lot of people are writing a lot of papers, and luckily I haven't had to do that, so yay. Oh, this actually isn't taking that long. Maybe I can fill in. So otherwise, let's see. Halloween happened. Halloween is fun. It's not really a holiday in Italy, but it's kind of growing in popularity. They have Halloween decorations at the 99-cent store. And on Halloween night, there was a ton of people out, so I think it's like getting to be a thing here. So I didn't want to buy any costume stuff, and I had just spent so much money on fall break, so I was like, I'm broke. So I was resourceful, and what I dressed up as is a hula girl, and the way I did that was I used a bandeau that I already had and this little flower headband I'd made for my concert I went to, and then I cut up little Conad's, the grocery store here, and I cut up like the little grocery store bags, you know, like the plastic bags. They have like green and yellow and flowers on them and stuff, so it kind of worked out perfectly. I just cut them into strips and then tied them onto a belt, and then I wore leggings and sandals, and I walked around and kind of looked like a hula girl. So it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of girls over at our, not a lot, a few girls come over to our apartment, and we listened to music and got ready and ate candy corn, and it was very Halloweeny. And the only thing I missed was carving a pumpkin, which I've done every year since I was little, but tradition broken, heart broken. But yeah, we ended up going out, and then I ended up meeting up with another group, and we went out to this club, and it was kind of interesting, whatever, it was a random night. Then, other things going on. So in my international management class, we had this assignment to do this negotiation thing, and so we had to, like, match up with a business in Florence and try and like negotiate some kind of deal with them where, you know, like, let's say if we recommend people to their business, then they're going to give us like 5% of whatever their sales from those people are, or something like that. And we had to go and meet up with a company and do it or whatever. So our professor has this little startup that he's doing with this running store where they do this conversation on the run thing. And basically what you do is you show up and half the time you run like 6 kilometers, which is like 4 miles or something. You run all around Florence outside, and for half the time, it takes about an hour, you speak in Italian, and then the other half you speak in English. So you kind of, and it's supposed to be like a mix of Italians and Americans or whoever, English speaking people. And so that way you get to get conversation exchange practice, as well as some exercise, as well as kind of a city tour. So it's kind of a cool product, and so our professor let us go do it and kind of sample it. And so we went one night, me and a couple of my group members, and we showed up, and I was a little nervous because I haven't exercised at all. You can't tell. So I was a little nervous about running for 4 miles, but it ended up being fine, and I ended up meeting up some cool Italian people that work at a restaurant here, and they're friends with my professor, actually, because my professor's only 28 or something. So it's been kind of cool. I've actually hung out with them a couple more times, which has been fun, so I've gotten to know some locals. Cool. Otherwise, so then we also had to have this business meeting with this running store to try and do this negotiation thing with them. And that turned out being really interesting because they're straight up Italian. They don't speak English very well. So we had this legit, we dressed nice, we went into their store, we had an hour and a half long meeting with them, and we're still in the works of trying to figure out what we're going to do with them and how we're going to get some deal with them. It's been kind of interesting, so we'll see. I have my group coming over tonight to work on our project for that. Other things, I had another cooking workshop, so now I've had the gelato, the pasta, and then we had this autumn foods workshop, and basically it was chicken and this weird bread cake thing, and these little crostinis with sausage and cheese. It was good, but it wasn't my favorite. It was okay, weird, kind of. I don't know, I liked the food, but it wasn't that exciting. I definitely liked the other workshops better, and I'm also doing a cooking class this Friday with my program, ISA, so that will be the last of my cooking class series, I think. I baked a cake the other day because I never bake things. I always just do cooking, so I figured out how to get things that are baking soda here, which is kind of hard. It's a weird substitute thing, and I made my own cake, and it turned out pretty yummy. Otherwise, I've just been doing my usual cooking experiments. Always love food and cooking, and it's really bad because it's catching up to me, and I thought it was just a fall break 15 that I might get rid of when I get back to Florence, and it's kind of just chilling out here. So I've got this new chunkiness going that I'm not a fan of, so I don't know what I'm going to do when I get home in the holidays and want to just eat more food, so I'm going to have to start kicking my butt and working out or something. Diet. Anyway, otherwise, let's see. My laptop's been being annoying still. It's kind of been spazzier than ever, and I had a little camera issue that I don't know if it's a real issue or not. I got it kind of wet in Venice, and I accidentally kind of kicked it off my bed in my sleep because I had it on the end of my bed like a dummy, and it's being kind of weird. My laptop's being kind of weird, so my electronics are just kind of pissing me off lately. So hopefully I can get some of that worked out, IT guys on it when I get back to America, and everything will settle. Other complications, I had, lost my debit card on fall break, but I hadn't gotten my new one yet, so I had to do all this weird transferring to my PayPal account, which takes a week, and so I didn't have money, and it was I was living off very small funds, which was good to save money, but anyway, that's been interesting. I would highly recommend opening a PayPal account and getting a card if you were going to be studying abroad, because it was helpful when I had that situation, because then I had a backup. Good things about my computer is that I figured out how to get this unblocker thing on my Google Chrome, so I've been able to watch Netflix, which has been pretty, well, it's been good and bad. Good because that's fun and I love new movies and TV, but bad because I should be exploring Italy and not sitting in my room. But anyway, oh, one more thing. My friend had a few pieces of photography in this art exhibit, and it just so happened that I got back from that business meeting to our school building, and they were having this art opening that night, so that was kind of cool. I got to see her work, and my roommate's stomach was in one of the pictures, and and we got to have like little reception with chocolate and champagne and stuff, and it was kind of cool. I guess it's Prosecco actually. It's Italian champagne, but so I felt kind of grown up that night. I had my little business meeting. I went to this swanky little art opening, and it was so cool. And dang it, I did have a lot to say. I was trying to keep this under 10 minutes. Damn it. I know these videos are boring. Someone told me that, and I know they are, but they're more for me, so whatever. Diary, yay. Yeah, I'll just make another video. This is gonna be way too long. I still have to talk about the Fiorentina game, and then I'm gonna make other videos because I went to Venice and Siena and San Gimignano this weekend, so those are gonna be like their own videos. Anyway, okay, Florence, rocking out. I'll update you on more things pretty soon.